So finally, we're going to focus on Star Wars. I know there's not a lot happening. Like, who cares about it? The first one is actually leaked concept art. Big spoilers ahead. If you don't want to see it,
Oh, well,
scroll away right now.
Well, I kind of ruined that part. I scrolled up, so you only saw it for like 30 seconds. No, you only saw it for like 10 seconds.
Okay. The first picture here is of what appears to be Hayden Christensen. By the way, shout out Star Wars Newsnet for getting these. I don't want to forget about shouting them out, but here's an artist, or no, this is actual concept art of Anakin in his like breathing apparatus. Right, that looks really good, doesn't it?
He looks shocked right now. He looks like, oh, what am I looking at right now?
Yeah. I actually like that. Looks a lot like Hayden Christensen.
I like how they're also putting in the blisters that he'll have in Return of the Jedi, like at the top of his helmet. Good attention to detail, Lucasfilm.
Good. Now, I don't know if this makes it into the final cut, but it is concept art, so I don't know if it made it in the final cut.
My only question is this: where are his legs at? As you can see, his legs, you can see the outline of his little like pant things. Where are this inner part of his legs?
I don't know. This is just concept art. But let's move down to some of the artist renditions. The first artist rendition is of a Bacta tank that we see in Rogue One. So obviously we're going to see Hayden's face in the Bacta tank. I would assume we see like... I would really love it if we went inside his brain, inside his head, and saw the visions he has. No, not like... But I also... Somebody brought up a good idea. That... Like what we do with Iron Man in the MCU.
Like a
when he
display?
Yes. Of what he's seeing. Just his eyes moving. Like his rage. Like when he fights Kenobi, we just do a zoom in on like Vader's face and just his eyes moving. And we could tell like his expressions from his eyes. That would be so cool.
That'd be scary.
Yeah, just sees like Sith like eyes. Be frightening. Right. And then the last picture is of his breathing apparatus. Now, somebody mentioned that this was speculation by Star Wars Newsday. What if he just, like, has to come out of his Bacta tank, and he has to just use one of the breathing apparatuses?
That'd be cool.
And we actually see him fight Obi-Wan without the mask. That would be so cool. That I would...
Obi-Wan, like, knocks it off, so he has to like quickly run over and grab it. Like, oh, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I would actually, because I feel like it'd be more emotionally impactful if that happened. We saw some of Hayden's face. I'd actually cry. I'd bawl my eyes out.
Really?
Oh, I would bawl my eyes out. I'm telling you right now. Wow. When that fight happens, I'm gonna bawl my eyes out. Yeah, so that's just some concept art and artist renditions from actual set props. So this is in the Bacta tank and the breathing apparatus are in Kenobi. So that's very exciting. The last article comes from the folks over at LRM. They are reported that a fan favorite bounty hunter is to appear in the Book of Boba Fett. And that fan favorite bounty hunter would, of course, be Cad Bane. Now, it makes a lot of sense. They go on to say we saw him in the Bad Batch. Alex and I have speculated on this for a while. Ever since his return in the Bad Batch, he obviously has the cybernetic patch. So I'm going to ask my co-host, what role... do you think Cad Bane will play in the Book of Boba Fett if this report is accurate?
Antagonist.
Okay.
Lead antagonist.
Oh, okay.
That's my prediction. My bold prediction. What about you?
Yeah, so I know you, for a while, were on the track that you didn't believe he was going to be in it, right? So... to me, it makes a lot of sense. He's a bounty hunter. Rivalry with Boba. fan favorite character. And I saw some insiders or friends of insiders talking about how if you loved Mandalorian Season 2, which I did, it's one of my favorite pieces of Star Wars, you're going to love the Book of Boba Fett Season 1, in the sense that it's going to be another cameo of the week type of thing. It's been reported that we're going to see Din, we're going to see Cad now, we're going to see Bosk. So I could see it almost being a cameo of the week, but with bounty hunters. Timothy Oliphant might be in the show playing Cobb Vanth again. So I wouldn't mind seeing that again in the Book of Boba Fett. And with Cad Bane, I wouldn't mind if it was a one-off type of thing, or he was the overarching crime villain, because I don't think the Empire could be the villain of this show. I think it's got to be another bounty hunter gain, and what better way to do it than with Cad Bane, a literal rival to Boba Fett. So I'm very excited if this is true. He would be old, but who knows? Species age differently, as the IG unit would say. So I'm very excited if this is true.
Yeah, agree. It's Cad Bane. Who cares? Who cares?
Right.
He's gonna be badass regardless of his age.
I'm gonna see. I can't wait to see what he looks like in live action.
Oh yeah. Agreed.
It's gonna look different.